Don't trip.
Don't trip.
Don't trip.
Don't even trip. We got you.
And we're live. What's up, y'all? This is Don't Trip Podcast. You know, with your host, David, and we're joined by the regular, the woman of Don't Trip, man. Lexi Ellis is in the building. So we're back on today's episode. She's joining us in this beautiful studios, W2F Media Studios in Hollywood, California. LA, we making moves out here. We got a lot of good stuff coming for y'all. If you're new to the podcast, welcome. This is advice and no price. We're Don't Trip. This is what we do. Y'all send us questions. We give answers to the best of our abilities. So we're not professionals. As I always say, we're not professionals. We are not certified doctors as of yet. So take it with a grain of salt, but we're going to give you the best advice we can from usually two guys. Now we got a girl in the building. Mm-hmm. But whatever guest stars we have, we give you the best advice we can and take it with a grain of salt. And hopefully it helps you out in some aspect of life. Either it actually gives you good advice, makes you laugh, or something you can just carry on with you throughout your day. So hope you enjoy this episode. On today's episode, we got the regular for y'all. We got the Don't Trip questions. So if you have to submit some questions, go ahead, hit the Instagram up. You could DM us the question. We got short questions. We got long questions now. We can hit whatever y'all throw at us. We'll try to get back to you in DMs as fast as we can. We got a lot of DMs, but we try to, the show is based on y'all. The show is to help y'all out the best we can. So we're always going to try to get the questions right. We got some callers. We got 2 callers. If you tap in with the story, you can always submit your phone number when we post on the story. We got live episodes coming soon. So it's just a lot of different options for y'all. But we got the caller segments today. Hopefully everyone picks up and we can get them right. And then we got the new segment, Switcheroo. Switcheroo will be explained actually when we get there. So those are our 3 segments for today. But catch us up on the life of Lex real quick.
There's not really much going on.
Yeah.
I'm getting back into training. If y'all don't know, I do track. And yeah, I mean, summer training is not really that taxing other than weight room. So
Okay.
Not much going on.
Any summer goals this summer? What you doing? Just chilling, vibing?
Just chilling, getting stronger. That's about it.
Okay, I feel that. What's your goals next year? Let's hear those.
Get my master's degree.
Mm-hmm.
And
Educated.
Yes, 2 degrees. And hopefully I can make that world team. But honestly, I just would but I just want to focus on making the most of my last year in college and leaving my mark at the school.
At the school. Respectable. Okay. So I've been getting a question today. Actually, a lot of people have messaged me similar things. So we're just going to open up with this about distance relationships or kind of separating from your boyfriend or having trust issues, low-key. That's been kind of the center of the situation. So personally, as a girl, how comfortable are you with your boyfriend kind of telling you not what to do and where to go, but it can come off as that. Like he doesn't want you to go to this party. He doesn't want you to go hang out with these guys. How does that make you kind of feel?
I think that as long as you guys are communicating, they're usually doing it out of your best interest.
Mm-hmm.
And also it's a respect thing.
Yeah.
So if you guys are doing distance for the first time, or maybe you guys have been doing distance for a long time, I feel like if your partner doesn't feel comfortable with you doing something, you either need to have a conversation about it or you need to respect whatever it is that they're asking of you.
Okay.
I mean, yes, there are certain scenarios where maybe they are tripping and it's not what they're, perceiving it to be.
Yeah.
And that's when you have a conversation about it. But at the end of the day, it's about communicating.
Is there ever too much, if bro's worried, is there ever too much worry where it would kind of set you off and be like, oh, he doesn't trust me. Oh, it's a problem if he's just this worried about me going out and I know I'm not going to do anything. Does it worry you or is it shows that he cares in some aspect?
A little bit of both, I think. I think sometimes it comes from their own trust issues, which has nothing really to do with you.
Yeah.
It's just your job to reassure them that you're not going to do anything and you're going to do everything to keep you guys secure, I guess. But at the same time, if they have been shown on a regular basis that you're trustworthy, then it is a little disconcerting because after all this time, why don't you trust me still?
That makes sense. Okay, that goes into our first question of the day. First question is, now that I'm in college, should I stay with my high school boyfriend? Don't trip.
We got you.
No, leave him. You got so many other options. You in college, go live your life, girl. High school, that small town that you came from, high school, that little baby 500 people that you know versus the 5 million people that's you're going to meet. You pose one guy out of there, that one guy you met. Come on.
I think it's situational because it really depends. Like, yes, that pool of people is very small. So the likelihood that it's, your true love or whatever you want to call it is probably pretty slim. But that is still a possibility. And if you guys have been together for a really long time, it's not worth throwing that away just because you guys are going to a new place, if that makes sense.
That makes sense.
But if it is like something more short term, unless you really have super duper strong feelings for this person, I can understand you being like, maybe we should go our separate ways, come back to us another time.
Did you? I feel like a lot of girls have this. Did you have that high school fantasy that you would date your high school sweetheart, get married, have kids, and all that stuff? I feel like a lot of girls have that perception.
I didn't really, but I guess my situation's also different because I didn't start dating until I was 17. I was a lot older. So obviously when I, did get into a relationship, I was pretty mature for my age, and I still am. So I wasn't just dating anybody for fun. I did see it going for a long time, which it did for, how young we were. But I also think that wasn't really a goal that I had in mind prior to dating, if that makes sense.
That makes sense. No, don't ask me about no high school relationship, because that stuff is just like, first off, if you start dating when you're 13, y'all date till whatever, 18, 19. You know how many changes you just personally went through? You were a child when you started dating. Now you're an adult. You guys might have different interests. You guys might look different. The girl might have grown taller than the guy. Like, you never even know what could happen in the situation. There's so many changes that could happen. And then Shorty's going to a college where now she has like so many different options. He has so many different options, especially if it's a long distance thing.
Yeah.
That makes it even harder. But I think that perception that you have to stay with this high school sweetheart, make it work, not try anybody else. I honestly think it'd be better if y'all went your separate ways, and if it didn't work, then y'all came back to each other eventually, than just wasting, like, what, you date your high school sweetheart all of college, then y'all break up. That all of college, you just waste your whole college experience. You could have met somebody else. You could have done something else.
But it's not always about, like, wasting your time, because if you really care about this person, that's not wasting your time. You're still growing together as individuals and as a couple. You don't have to go and like meet all these other, like, you can still meet people without having to date them, if that makes sense. Like, you can still grow as a person, but grow together as well. But
I'm saying you're growing this relationship. You're growing this relationship together. And just for this relationship to end, it's like, that was, in my mind, that was a waste of your relationship time. Because you could have been dating someone else that probably could have been better for you, or you could have met someone else in that time. So say like you meet someone right now, and then like you were dating someone, but you break up with that person in 2 years, and that person that you wanted to be with is still there. That's 2 years you could have possibly been dating this person that you actually are supposed to be with, or your husband, or whatever.
Yeah.
But I just know so many people that date from like 15 to like 20, and then realize that they were just kind of pushing the relationship for no reason at all. And then they're like, damn, like, I just went through all of college, and I had my high school boyfriend. We were distance fighting the whole time, and it was stressing me out. And now,
but see, that's different, because if you guys are fighting the whole time, why are you trying to make it work?
That makes sense.
If you're like in a stable relationship for however many years, and then you go to college and it's still stable, why would you throw that away?
Because there's always problems. People like, for example, she gonna go to her first frat party. Bro is not gonna sit at home and be like, oh, my girl's at a frat party right now. I'm not worried at all. I'm not thinking about it at all. Bro's stressing. Bro's shaking in his boots.
But that doesn't mean that the relationship isn't stable. Like, yes, you guys are in two different environments that you're not used to. But that's where communication comes in.
But that communication's new to you. Like, it's like, okay, we've never had to do this before. And that's, I think, when the problems start happening. Like, when they're experiencing things that they didn't have to deal with. Like, if you start long distance, I think it's easier to be long distance.
I agree.
Because that's something that you have gone through. It's way easier than people that have to go from like close to far distance. But adding all those extra variables, I just think it's a ticking time bomb, and it's just gonna blow up eventually. And you can cut as many wires as you want to prolong it, but it's just going.
I disagree.
It's gonna pop.
I know a lot of people, actually, I'm in a very different situation, that have been with their partners for however many years.
Out of high school?
High school. And they're still together.
I don't know.
Still doing really
except
well.
for like married couples, like old people, because they couldn't go to other places.
Yeah.
Like, they had to stay in the neighborhoods. I don't know any couples that stayed since high school.
No.
I know people that like were friends in high school, or like whatever, but like, I don't know nobody that stayed since high school.
No.
Or at least, I know, do they ever have a break? No breaks at all.
Mm-mm.
I guarantee they had a break.
Mm-mm.
I guarantee.
One of my best friends,
Mhm.
my old teammate,
Mm-hmm.
she's been with her boyfriend since high school. They were 15
Mm-hmm.
when they started dating. They're still dating. She has been graduated. She just graduated from college last year, but she was like a super senior.
Yeah.
So they've been together for like 8 years now. And they're still like really strong. They've grown up together. And yes,
Yeah.
they are two very different people than they were when they started dating, but they still chose each other and they're still like, it's a very secure relationship.
That makes sense.
And they're still very happy. So if they would have thrown that away,
Good for
they
them. 1 in a
probably-
million, y'all. Good, good job, y'all. I'm proud of you.
I'm just
props.
saying, it
I'm just-
happens.
yeah,
So
yeah.
why throw away a stable relationship that could become something like that, a 1 in a million type?
I would rather take 9,900, whatever, over 1 in a million. That's
so
why.
you're saying,
Yeah.
if you, okay, I don't.
Go ahead, hit me, because I already know what to say the answer. Go ahead, hit me with you.
So you're saying that you would rather,
Yes.
if you're with someone for a whole year, so your senior year of high school, right?
Okay.
Let's just say
Yeah.
that in love with her, infatuated with her, right? Couldn't see yourself being with anyone better. And you go to college and you're still throwing that away for the 99 other girls?
Well, the only reason I would throw it away is because my conception changed. When I was in high school, yeah, wow, she's the baddest in our high school, baddest in our town, maybe. She's so cool. Like, I've never met anyone as smart as her, as nice as her. When I go to college, there's hella more girls that are nice as her, smart as her, like, that give me that, like, in high school, there's just so many limited options. Like,
But then you get out into, like, it's the same thing with, like, social media.
yeah.
Like, if you're with someone in college
Mhm.
and then you get on social media and you're, like, you were on the track team.
Yeah.
So then you guys go and travel and you meet all these other people in a bunch of other states.
Mm-hmm.
That pool of people has now expanded from just your college.
Yeah.
So are you saying that the person that you're with in college, even if that pool of people has expanded, same scenario?
Yeah, there's definitely other, like, if I was expanded from college, I guarantee there was someone out there that was better than the people I was in college. There's always that option that, like, it might, like, just me personally, like, what I found was someone better than outside that pool, like, than all of the
But then
college I knew.
that just means there's always going to be someone.
No.
satisfied.
That's what I found. There's someone better outside of that pool. Like, there's some people that in U of A that found the person in U of A, or that's where I went to school. People at U of A that found that person in U of A, and that's the person that they want to stick with or whatever.
Yeah.
But limiting yourself to just high school, I'm not saying it's not even just that it's high school. It's that you guys were so young at the point when
I
y'all
agree.
got together.
Yeah.
Like, when you're 13, you're not thinking the same as when you're 18 or even when
No.
you're 21. Like, it's
Yeah.
just a bunch of different transitions. And okay, that person that you guys said was 8 years, that's props. They grew together. They like grew up together. They molded each other into the people that they are, or vice versa or whatever.
Yeah.
That's actually very impressive. But I couldn't say another couple that hasn't gone on breaks,
Yeah.
that hasn't, wait, what do you think about, like, so say a couple breaks up, right?
Mhm.
And then they go on a break like for
So they
4
broke up.
months. Yeah. So they start dating in January. They go on a break in June
Mm-hmm.
and get back together in December. Should they celebrate their 1 year anniversary? You feel me?
Ooh, that's a long break.
Yeah.
But
They've been.
that's half a year.
Okay. They
I don't
went on
think so.
they went on a month break then. Let's go on a month break.
If it were a month, then yes.
Okay.
I say yes. Because that's enough time for you guys to be separate from each other without being separated.
Yeah.
If
I
that
guess
makes sense.
I think it also depends on, like, because I've met people that celebrate that month break, but during that, or that year break, but
Yeah.
during that month they was both sleeping with other people. It's
Yeah.
like, so y'all had just a little, like, a intermission during the month.
Yeah.
It's just I feel like it's confusing if you do that. I feel like
It
if you
is.
take a break or break up or whatever,
Yeah.
it's kind of a reset button. Because
I
feel
also think so.
Yeah.
But I think also it just depends on, because I think it also depends on how long that they've been together.
Yeah.
Because I know people like my brother.
Mhm.
They were together for years
Yeah.
and then they took, a break.
I guess that,
And then they
that
got
is
back
valid.
together after a little bit.
That is valid. If it's been a hella long.
Yeah, I feel like that would be a break.
you seen in like the movies when like the dude messes up and then he comes up to the girl and be like, oh, let's just start over. Like, hi, I'm whatever. And then introduces him.
Yeah.
That's why I feel like a breakup, like you get back together type thing.
Yeah.
But-
I agree.
all right. That's
Well,
go
moral
ahead,
of the
go
story
ahead.
is
Moral of the story is break up with him, enjoy your
No.
college, and live your life.
No, the moral of the story
Unless you're
is,
deadly in love with him and you think Prince
moral
Charming.
of the story is that you should, if you're having to like stretch to make it work, even if, you know, you're still happy or whatever, if you guys are growing but you're not growing together, then I don't think that that's worth continuing into college. Like, because you were so young, you're growing up. If you guys become two incompatible people and you guys are just wanting to make the relationship work, that's not worth it, right? But then if you guys are still compatible and you're still happy and everything's are going well, it wouldn't hurt to still try when you get to college, and then you can make that decision later.
Yeah, and then okay, my real answer is, if you're sending this question, yes, you should break up with him, because you're questioning this relationship enough that you are saying, okay, maybe I should break up with my boyfriend. There's other options, blah 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 blah. But like she said, if y'all are Prince Charming and Cinderella over there, go ahead, live your life. Do your thing. Enjoy your.
I agree.
Enjoy your. Y'all can move back to the same neighborhood you grew up in. Kids can go to your high school for generations and all that stuff. Next question is, so this girl kept me on hold for 11 months. She kept telling me to wait, but I got tired of waiting. I hooked up with her friend, and now she's hurt and mad at me. What should I do? Don't trip.
We got you. Actually, no, I don't got you.
You got that dog in you. That's what got you.
No.
You got that dog in you. Hey, man, 11 months is a long time to wait, though. That's a long time to wait.
That is a long time. But why her friend?
I don't.
Why her friend?
There's a lot of different.
We were talking about this 2 seconds ago.
Yeah.
There's a big pool of people.
Yeah.
Why the friend?
First off, that's not her friend. If she knew you were waiting and everything, that's you're foul for that.
Yeah.
But
that's horrible.
Wow, he went straight for her friend. That's
great.
You really got that
that's
dog.
petty.
Kept to you. But nah, I think if you got with her friend, you wasn't really.
You didn't like
why?
Her
Yeah, you didn't like her that much. Why were you waiting for someone you wanted to? If you're still trying to hook up with other people, or especially your friend.
That's weird.
That's I feel like.
I mean that feels like, I don't know, you almost, even though he was waiting for her, it almost feels like he had both in his Duffy.
Yeah.
And because he had to wait for one, he was just like, I'm gonna go for the other one.
I'm bored. I feel that, man.
You didn't like her that much.
But yeah, I feel like if she's mad at you, then I mean,
rightfully so.
I'm surprised she's even talking to you, honestly. So you might be able to patch it up. Sounds like she likes a little toxicity in there. But if not, stick with a friend. You already hooked up with her. Why not just do with a friend, move on, keep it pushing. You won't have to wait 11 months. You already did it. So I think that's the move for you, buddy. I'm sorry. That's the best advice I got. She doesn't got you, apparently. So
I don't got you. I'm sorry.
Hey, that's it for our questions today, though. Let's get to these callers real quick.
Hello?
Hey, what's up? This is Don't Chip Podcast. How you doing?
I'm doing good. You?
Good. You on with me and the guest star today, Lexi. I don't know if you've seen her on episodes. Pretty girl, red hair.
Hi. Oh my God, I'm so excited.
Look at you. You like her better than me? Go ahead then. What's your question? What's your scenario?
Okay, so there's this dude I'm talking to. However, we at first we did agree to like just hooking up and stuff, but then obviously me catching feelings. And so he told me he doesn't want a relationship right now, and obviously I know what I want. But then he's telling me that even though we're hooking up, but you're not allowed to like go on dates or talk to other dudes. Even though I told you I told you that I'm not ready for a relationship, I still want you to wait for me until I'm ready. So my question is why do men say that?
That sounds like a question for you.
Don't trip.
We got you.
Hey, that's it's because it works. I'm not going to cap to you. It's because it works. Whatever. Like right now you're thinking about, okay, maybe I should wait for him. Maybe he's going to be ready eventually. Maybe he's just not ready right now. And that really puts you on his time clock. Like, you know what you want. Whatever you want, that's what you should be sticking with and riding by that. So him saying that is something that you should you could be like, okay, I understand that, but at the moment, I'm ready for a relationship and I'm trying to be in a relationship. And if you're not going to be able to provide that for me now or anytime soon with like a stable timetable, then I don't think we can work this out, or I'm free to explore my other options. You feel me?
But this man can get so disrespectful because there's things that he said that's already disrespectful, and then I tell him that I don't appreciate that you're saying all this. And he tells me, I can get any female if I wanted to, but I'm not gonna face them yet. I don't want them because I want you. Because I don't want to be around dumb females, but I like being around you. Like, he tells me all this stuff. Like, I like being around you. Your presence, I just like being around your presence. Like, you're really outgoing. But then, like, the next day, he gets all mean, and then he doesn't even hit me up for hours. And then the next day, then he'll be like, hey, what's up?
Oh, no, sweetie.
Yeah.
No. Because here's the thing. One, he's trying to keep you around so that he can just have you, right? In any capacity that he wants. So you're kind of on, like David said, on his time rather than your own. So like David said, you should be going after what you want. And if he's not able to provide that for you, then I absolutely agree. You should cut him off. Also, the fact that he's disrespecting you in that way, or even just other women, is a major red flag. Because if he's talking about these other females like this, who's to say he's not saying this to other women about you? Like,
right.
Especially because he goes on these hiatuses and then comes back like, hey, what are you doing? Super nice. I don't know. That sounds pretty manipulative to me.
Yeah, then he doesn't allow me to go somewhere, like, to go on dates. But me being, like, respectful, because we're kind of being like, we kind of agree that we're kind of like just hooking up.
Yeah.
But then I do tell him, like, I do go on dates, or like I do talk to other people, because I mean, like, if you're keeping me as an option, like, I'm gonna do the same thing too.
Absolutely.
When I do tell him, he feels some type of way where the next day he goes out in club and then, like, he posts, like, a girl on his story. And, like,
Sorry.
I mean, like, I kind of would trip out a little bit about it, because, like, what if, like, he's hooking up with me, then he's hooking up with some other chick, and that's nasty.
Well, see, here's the thing. I think that you don't owe him any sort of check-in at all, because if he is going and doing these things, and if more than likely he's probably going and hooking up with other women in his roster, and you going on dates and stuff, especially because you guys made that clear in the beginning that you were only hooking up, even though you do want a relationship, if you want to keep him around and keep, hooking up with him, then I don't really think you owe him any explanations as to what you're doing. You don't even have to tell him, oh, I'm going on this date or that date, because you guys aren't together, so why does he need to know?
Yeah, he's a bum.
Yeah.
I think
that's my situation.
Yeah.
It's complicated.
Yeah, don't trip. We got you. Don't worry about it. We think you should. I think you're doing the right thing. You're keeping your options open. If you really like this guy, obviously that's why you're still talking to him or whatever. Or, like, I mean, maybe the pipe's good and you just want to keep it going on the side. So, I think that you should.
I do talk to him about it. like, why are you being disrespectful, or why are you, like, treating women like this? And, like, for me, in the first place, if you say you want to be around me, so, like, why are you doing all this? But then he tells me, like, just go with the flow. You're asking too much questions. Yeah, he literally says you're asking too much questions, or every time I see you, it's always an argument with you. But then I'm telling him that's something that bothers me. If someone's disrespecting me, I'm going to let him know and be like, yo, you're disrespecting me. I don't like that.
Exactly. Honestly.
Go ahead.
Honestly, I think it's a good time to cut that man off.
Yeah, I was going to say
sound like
the
a good
same
time
thing.
to cut him off. Like, especially if you want a relationship, that's not, you're not wasting your time if you're getting something you want out of it, I guess. But if you're looking for a relationship, this is not the guy for you, especially at this moment. Maybe when he grows and matures, gets money or something. But, like, he has a lot of growing to go until he's ready for that. And if that's something you're looking for at the moment, then you need to ditch him. But that is if it's something you're looking for. If you're happy right now, just chilling, vibing, whatever, then you could stick around, do your thing. Just don't let him dictate it. He'll come back the next day or whatever. Y'all can keep this cycle going. But if you're looking for a relationship, then it's well over time that you ditched, buddy.
Or even if you just don't appreciate, because it sounds like you don't really like the way that he talks to you. So I think that's cause enough to cut him off too. I don't think anything's worth the disrespect, personally.
Yeah, and it's kind of funny too, because I did cut him off, like, I tried to at least attempt to. But then what's funny now is that I kind of did already. Guys, please, so I don't know you acting like that. So he's been cut off, but it's just we still have each other on social media. So I'm not going to be taking off of that.
Yeah, it's going to take some time. I think once especially if you still have him on socials, you're going to see him, feel whatever type of way you're feeling. But if you cut him off, like block him, get off, or just get off socials for a minute, let it be, I think you'll get past this easily. So I think you got it. You're on the right track for sure.
I agree.
Cool. All right. Yeah.
Hey, well, thank you for calling. We appreciate it. We hope you have a good rest of your day.
No problem. Thank you. You guys.
Thank you.
All right. That was cool. We good? All right, say less. Well, what do you think? Just because I think it was a disrespect thing that kind of set you off. That's right?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, you guys made the agreement that you were just hooking up.
Yeah.
I think her catching feelings is more so on her
Mm-hmm.
because he obviously made a point to make that agreement in the beginning, right? He made it known. But then, so the wanting the relationship, that's more so her thing.
Yeah.
So she just kind of has to deal with that on her own because
Mm-hmm.
he already made that clear. It's more so the fact that he is disrespecting her.
And other women, I guarantee you talking about her behind her back too.
Absolutely.
To all the other girls.
Yeah.
It's like, oh no, she's dumb. She's whatever he's telling her.
He's telling other women. Yes,
So,
exactly. It's
right.
not worth it.
Red flag. All right, let's hit this last segment real quick. It's a quick one, a short one. It's called Switcheroo. So Switcheroo is a segment where we kind of take scenarios that girls or guys struggle with from the opposite gender. Some questions you might get from the opposite gender that will kind of set you off, make it a little difficult to answer the question. But because we have an opposite gender person here, now we know exactly what a woman would want to hear in this scenario. So she gonna give it to us. We have actually already done this question, but this is a popular one, so we're gonna hit it again, right?
Mm-hmm.
So your girlfriend, your wife, your significant other comes up to you and says, "Does this dress make me look fat?" And you actually think it does. How do you respond? we get similar faces whenever we ask these questions. What's the correct one? See, okay. So the problem is you don't tell her to make her look fat.
Yeah.
Now she's going to the party in a dress that she thought she was looking great in, and she might be judged, maybe get a little extra stares, and now she feels bad, and you lied to her, right?
Yeah. Or
Does make you look fat. You're in
you
the dog.
say it
house. You're in the
outright.
dog.
Yeah.
You're done. That's it. You're game over.
I think it's more so just the way you say it.
Okay.
Because if you lead with like love, softness, all that stuff, then it won't come off as harsh.
Okay.
If I were to ask the question, "Hey, does this make me look fat?" And you were just like, "Yeah, kind of," I would be like,
Okay.
okay. But then if you switch it up a little bit and be like, almost turn it back on her a little bit.
Okay. We're running right now. Okay.
Right?
Yeah. Let me get. All right. Mm-hmm. Hey, honey, I'm in this nice. I got this dress on. It's my favorite dress. Do you like it? Does it make you look fat?
I think you look beautiful in whatever you wear.
Oh, thank you.
But if it's not your favorite, then maybe you should wear something else if you don't feel absolutely comfortable in it.
Okay. I think I look great, though. I just want your opinion on it. Do you think it makes me look fat?
I don't think so, no.
Got her. See, that's
hard.
That's a very hard question.
It's
I'm telling you, it's a hard question. I do think that women need to also consider this a little bit when you're asking your man this question.
Yes. Like, do you want to know the answer?
Do you really want to know the answer to that question? And even if it doesn't, like, I feel like you're okay. If it doesn't, then they're just they want you to that little bit of attention. But if it does, and you're concerned about it. If you're concerned about it, I guarantee your man already knows. Like he knows your body in and out. He should know your body exactly.
And all that.
So you might want to give man a little safety net. Let's take that one and move it a little to the side.
Yeah.
Maybe do you think I should change, or like would you like another dress better?
Yeah.
Maybe change up the question.
Or even because by asking the question, "Do I look fat?" you're almost placing it on him to answer that question.
Yeah.
Rather than you think you look a certain way and you don't like it.
Yeah.
So if you say, "I think I look this way,"
your
partner can either be like, comfort you or whatever, or they can be like, "No, I disagree."
Exactly.
And then it's not so much on the partner. It's more so like, "This is how I'm feeling.
Yeah.
Can you help me?"
Factuals. Hey, them switcheroos be hitting different. I told you. I like this one. But hey, that's it for this episode. We thank Lex for coming on as usual. She's going to be back on a lot more episodes. She definitely regular. We got her on the onlines, the in-persons, wherever we got it. So y'all going to get your female perspective for sure. So submit some female questions if you got them through the Instagram DMs. Go like, share, comment, subscribe. We got that. Dang, I didn't say this at the beginning. We got that new Snap Show. So go tap in with the Snap Show. Go subscribe. Once we get to a bunch of subscribers, more people are going to see, more people are going to get us right. We can keep getting y'all right. So we got that. Leave us a rating. Lex, you got anything to say to people?
No, not really. Just follow me on my TikTok and my Instagram. It's Lexi Ellis 31.
And your Snapchat.
Oh, and my Snapchat. I forgot. I made that public.
So
it's all Lexi31. You should be able to find me.
Yep. But appreciate y'all for tapping in. Don't trip.
We got you.